Hi, my name's Maria Yesperu, and I'm a Native American spiritualist, and I'd like to take you to my favorite place, a place that has always been there for me. Well, this is it. What do you think? Give me a second. Let me get a fire going, okay? And then we're going to talk. Just like the old days when my grandpa would send me here and we would discuss all the things of the universe.
Message 1. Transition in time. Loosely we paint time. Many billions of memories flow with control and skill through galaxies every day, sweeping the mind and creating the execution of reality. Until this moment, we were initiates among our starseed relations. We now know that our evolutional maturation has been earned by lifetimes of apprenticeship. When knowledge and wisdom included distant galaxies, we discovered that harmony and contact with those star nations constantly increased. But our discoveries have gone further, qualifying us to co-create the sacred transition from one time paradigm to another. Not only does this sacred nature begin, but the speed at which it is happening is so great that it is therefore virtually unknown. If we, who are familiar with an earlier time, know that the coming together lies in the vastness, beauty, and light, the further we go, the more we dwell outside of time. At the beginning, some 15 billion years ago, the land of rainbow colors we now live upon formed in a single thought. The latest concepts of time suggest that the building blocks are the same spirit of creation, employing that which is most abundant, as the expression of self began its original introduction from another galaxy. Since then, spiritual heritage has expanded through the mingling history, mythology, prophecy, and symbolism of starseed origin, the preservation and perpetuation, chant, ritual, and design are about 10 billion wonderful light minds. A light mind is fashioned by responsibly shared endowment and awareness, embodying 300,000 precious seeds of ancient wisdom, resurrecting a quickening force in a sequence which is termed the future. 4 complete, made anew in a single thought to continue expansion through 3 more, intoned as a series of actions, respectful, honoring, and empowering. Looking. Transmigration has taken time to attract the starseed humans, remembering 5,875 billion acts of beauty. Therefore, when you are compelled to honor, what you are receiving is magnetic and static force that concentrates. This dynamic force takes just over a second to heal, to restore, and make whole again. It is an exacting intent about 4.3 light years strong, and one that took many billions of years to acquire. There have been limits to how fast we could evolve. The memories now arriving we have been collecting to use for the sacred transmigrational rebirth, the shift into fifth world consciousness, sent out more than 10 billion years ago. Each of these memories has been held with utmost reverence, at a point recognizing the privilege in universal history when an accepted way of life among relations will form. The universe at that time is suffused with the rhythm of distinction identified. That epic is sung and transferred from the very essence of the sacred attention. A miraculous moment. We receive healing power from our starseed DNA spiraling in the power of the old ones that come to us, 18 million years in harmonious condition. Expansion into flow. If life which adheres the luminous and corresponds to the inward call to self expands in motion, the conclusion is carefully gathered in continual evolution. our star relations gather, with a loving gesture scattering the precious power of reunion. Many nations, beautiful and sacred, will give love, affection, reverence with superb dignity. The reality as we know it comes together, a harmonious expression of love, beauty, and responsible co-creation. The birth of a new reality. At the transition, the moment of crossing, the threshold into a new time paradigm, the energy is concentrated into a single heartbeat, infinitely expanding and intense. This begins the restructure of harmonic flow. During the first billionths of a thought, humanity goes through a brief phase of quickening, growing from the heart space to encompass all of individual and group reality. After a millionth of a sensation, the base time dynamic is an imploded expansion, a combined sensation that reaches 10 billion miles in radius. It is filled with thoughts, sensations, and understandings, the building blocks for the new technology, humans, as well as billions of new alliances called reunion. After one cycle, the time paradigm, about a million billion experiences encompassed, becomes a great wheel transistor, building the center of a common nobility from the diversified center gathered in the quickening. At a few billion miracles, it is still too intense for complete settling to occur. After a few 100,000 life changes, the harmonics of the new dynamic begins to find cohesive foresight, spreading across the planet. The brilliant unification of spirit and earth becomes instinctual and commonality enough to consider the cycle of transition from one world to another complete. The reality aligns and life begins to come together under the specifics of peace. After a few billion years, the fifth world coming together will contract, trigger the vast birthing of yet another encompassing world formation. Today, humans gather in the superconsciousness, 100 to 400 million light thoughts together, in great dreams and prayers with love joining them. The expansive transition of crossing a threshold in time has grown to an explosive calling forward. The secret. The transition that constitute changes in magnetic forces in history, documented by contemporary geology, are created by reversal of polar axis and geothermal magnetics in the core of changing Mother Earth. In an amazing canyon in Oregon, the northwestern territory of the United States, core samples clearly show the transmigration of planetary magnetics, in perfect correlation with Native American legends and prophecy of world changes. Not surprisingly, myth and legend once again give way to truth substantiated by time. The mythological history of evolution, at one time impossible to prove factual, slowly is detected by science. Millions of truths are at this moment streaming through genetic time and space. They pass straight through many light years of consciousness, with a greater magnitude of potential being recognized. Physicists are revealing that increased frequency, 1320, musically each downbeat followed by 20 upbeats for a total of 13 cycles, are producing gateways of stillness, and all of these vortexes execute a permanent technique originated and evolved through legend. Towards actualization. In the many branches of varied interpretive beliefs is something new and permanent, the future taking shape. It may be that around each ephemeral thought, a vast energetic change is achieved that is visible. This objective constitutes 99% return of the soul of origin. The evolutional force of this understanding may eventually reduce to a simplicity and appreciation after only one demonstration expanding. The technical challenge will then begin to fall back as a bridge and eventually teach through the beautiful principles of Earth. The method of working loosely in energy will choreograph maps, and humanity will accelerate towards its preordained fate. When in fascinated gathering, it will again return to a stimulating point and complete desire. Some elders have prophesied that this purpose, known always to the indigenous, might then be accepted, in which case the whole process has merit, giving the confidence and encouragement to continue its promotion, thus bringing greater unity and understanding to all.
Wow, well, it looks like our time's coming to a close, so I'd like to leave you with the first prayer of life. Nagotsan, Awazana, Yal Awazana, Delitse, Degoyana, Nagotsan, Ilditsi, Pinu Ichikase, Shishiyukihi. I have come from the Earth Mother. I have come from the Sky Father. I have come into this circle to be all that I am meant to be. I am all my relations. This is my prayer, and I am grateful, and so it is. So be with that until the next time we get together and we talk about those things and journey into the unknown to find healing, love, and growth.